Hello everyone and welcome back to RollPlay Swan Song. I'm JP McDaniel. Once again, I have no idea what week it is. What week is this? I know we're in the 30s on this one.
My notes just say episode 3X question mark.
I know we're in the 30s.
Yeah, it's like mid to late 30s.
It's like 35, 36, I think.
37.
It's like 38.
It's 37. Why does my mic sound low?
Like I said, 37.
Man, getting sick is really weird for like monitoring audio levels because everything just sounds fucked up to you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I know exactly what you mean. It really bothers me.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff, you just got past Jesus Christ. Just got back from BlizzCon. You've been, I think, streaming Legacy of the Void nonstop, right?
Yes, basically yes.
How's the next chapter of StarCraft? How's that working out?
Well, I just finished the single player, and I'm 2 missions into the epilogue.
There's an epilogue.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I say this as a guy that was just on stage standing behind the guy that's the director of all stories for Blizzard.
Yeah.
And I mean this in honesty. It's a great game. It's an absolute shit story. Horrible story.
Wow.
And to really realize how bad the story is, you have to get into the epilogue where it gets beyond shit. It's like a cornucopia of shit. It's like an entire city's waste dump of shit just fell all over the
shit
place.
storm.
It's like the amount of shit that Montreal is dumping into the river today.
There's a shit
Yeah, I heard
storm
about that. I
coming.
heard you guys were just throwing in like 30 billion tons or some shit.
So apparently, like compared to
Just
the flow
hijack
rate of the
Geoff's
river,
story.
it's not very much, and therefore people are like, it should be fine. The river has way more than the capability to deal with it, but
Dude,
still,
that'd be like if I came into your house and took a shit on your floor, and I'm like, yeah, but compared to the square footage,
yes,
like,
yes, it's
I
kind
didn't
of like
like
that.
that much.
Some
There was
people be into that.
there was a huge outrage about it, but in the end,
Yeah, I
the
saw
mayor
that.
has his way. So
Well, there you go. So yeah, it's not so good, Jeff?
Nice.
Yeah, Jeff, when I was hanging out in your chat for a little while, just a little bit of the story that I heard, I was like,
Because I really want to play it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's an RTS, so like honestly, not
What
the
is the
best
story,
mode
yeah.
for storytelling, of course.
Yeah.
And but don't let that take away from like if people are gonna try the game, they're gonna enjoy it. It's really fun single player.
Yeah.
The game itself is really refined, so I'm very happy with it. But what's really cool too is Blizzard's starting to do really cool initiatives where they're really promoting and helping out people that are Blizzard people, which is long overdue and really awesome. So I've been giving out hats, hoodies, plushies, pylon things, collector's editions. There's 100
Nice.
keys. There's Legacy Void.
"Yeah,
keys,
you
like,
had a ton of giveaways."
a ton, and I'm not alone. There's 9 other people that they gave all this stuff too, and they're just flooding people with free shit.
That's good.
And we're not allowed to do things like for 10 more subs I'll do that. It's just literally sit in there, you get free stuff. So
Nice.
I love hearing it. I love being a part of that, but I love that they're doing that kind of stuff. I think that's amazing.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, BlizzCon itself was really fun. We got lucky with the finals, and it was really good.
Man, those finals were... I was actually watching
Yeah.
I was in the Hilton restaurant watching on my phone. I was like, I don't know why I just don't walk over there. I watched like the last 4 games of that. Because it went the full 7 game spoilers. But yeah, it was good.
Well, us not having a mirror matchup finals, Rogue would have been really boring because it's like who knows who the fuck Rogue is and who cares. But
Yeah.
it was SOS, it was Life. It was like probably 2 of the more epic people of the whole year. It was really fun, but 9 days of working. I was just telling the guys like it's really weird. Usually when I say I'm tired, it's like I'm jet lagged for a day or 2, then I'm completely fine. But I'm
Yeah.
actually like so emotionally, physically, and mentally wiped that yesterday I was like, hour 4, I was realizing my stream consisted of me just being like this, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
god, I'm sorry guys, I realize it's really boring.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was only at BlizzCon for... Well, since Wednesday to Sunday. I got real sick. I streamed 12 hours on Monday and 6 yesterday, and today I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit in my fucking room and get
Good
better.
for you.
So-
You deserve it.
Yep.
So,
You ever
yeah.
think about how weird it is that getting sick from a con is because you waded through a mass of humanity and someone, some bastard out there, whether they knew it or not.
I know who.
Man,
I know
had-
3 people that were sick too that I was in very close proximity with, and they're probably ones that got me sick. So fuck those guys. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about. But it was really, really fun, and I'm actually it's just crazy what being busy time travel does. Like it's already kind of it's almost halfway through November for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
weird. It's starting to get cold here in San Francisco, so I'm enjoying it. I actually really like season change in California. This is as close as we get to it. It's like, oh man, it's a blustery 65 degrees. Jesus Christ.
Don't talk to me.
How do people live in this? I know.
How cold is it in Montreal already?
I
It's
want
like 40. It's 40 or so.
That's not even that bad.
in American terms. It's not that bad, but it's the warning.
Yeah, no,
It's
you're
the
gonna have a,
warning shot across the bow.
yeah.
I
January and
actually
February
like
are gonna suck.
Facebook has that new thing where you're like interested in events, and it just showed me an event where like the downtown Place des Arts, the artsy area of downtown Montreal, they always do like a light sort of sculpture garden built out of lights. It's awesome, but they're doing like they have the inaugural lighting of the sculpture garden every year, and I saw someone like, okay, I'm interested in this. I want to go to it. And the picture that they have for it is like the light garden just covered in snow. And it's just like, okay, the lights are going to turn on soon. And then it's just all going to get completely blanketed in white. And then I'm not going to see the sun until April.
Nice.
Shit.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
BlizzCon's
Montreal.
awesome. Just get to see all my friends and meet new ones. And working BlizzCon was cool because I got to, again, kind of cap off the esports year with working with all the guys that I've worked with all year. And really happy and excited. And now I just get to sit back, play some Fallout, play some Overwatch, play Legacy of the Void, wait for Star Wars to hit me in the teeth. And
There's a
then
lot of good games.
Yeah, it's amazing. This is a great time of year. It's the best.
I would say the best as well. I would say the best as well. We talked to you on Monday, but I know you played Fallout since then because I was playing alongside you in secret off stream last night for about an hour.
I appreciate that. We weren't alone.
What did you think of the game? Because for me, it was mostly you were just actually playing the radio in game, so I turned mine off and just listened to your radio on stream.
Yeah, I love the radio. That's like one of my favorite things about Fallout. So I obviously have some gripes, but I also have some happy things. Like I changed all the necessary settings to like make the game bearable on PC.
I stole that from your stream as well. Thanks for that.
But I found out that by default that thing fucking limits frame rate. And last night I was like, something is not right, and I found the setting that you change, and it's unlocked now, and it's 60 FPS, and it's amazing, or more. Who knows? I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to like look, but I should.
You
probably
know
measure
that the weird thing about that game is the higher the FPS, the faster the game plays. Like it's tied to motion in that sense. So like I get 144 FPS and pretty much anything that's inside. So my game is playing at like light speed. Like everything I do is multiplied by almost 2 of the normal speed of the game.
That's why you gotta
crazy.
take that jet all day, every day.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
slow that game right down. You get addicted as fuck. It'll be a great time.
But it also causes a lot of issues because like sometime I'll go up to the armor in the game, whatever the fuck it's called. That's not the proper term.
Power suit.
The power suit, yeah. I'll go up and like try to get into it, but the animation is so fast that it basically teleports me through it, and sometimes I'll just get stuck on the other side, and the only way I can get through is by no clipping through the actual armor and letting me get into it, because otherwise it just like bugs out.
Actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, Bethesda, call me. Because seriously.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think the height
That
of
one
first world
guy,
problems has to be my computer plays the game so damn well
Yeah.
that when I stream it to thousands of people, it glitches out.
Dude,
and
I
can't
feel
get
bad
the
too
bad.
because I'll walk
power
up to a terminal, and when you like go in and like lean into a terminal, for whatever reason, if you have like 144 FPS like hertz on your monitor locked in, it's fluid at 144. The terminal actually, when you come out, it bugs out and you can't do any
can't
key
leave,
inputs.
yeah.
So you actually have to like hard load the game or just Alt F4 and get back in.
Okay, so here's another major gripe of the game. So first off, the crafting is like somewhat overwhelming to begin with.
Oh yeah.
But then when you actually start like salvaging stuff, you have to like pick up the item, hit R,
Oh yeah,
and then hit enter to confirm.
Yeah.
That means that I have to
The
like
key input is really weird.
either move one hand off.
There's a fix. They don't tell you this. E and enter are the same key. So if you salvage, you hit R.
Oh, wow.
I know, that's the face
I didn't know that either.
R-E, oh my.
You just
fucking
R-E when you walk around town like
I've been using my mouse
You
hand
know,
to hit enter.
I know.
I'm not
I
gonna
had
lie.
to do the click too.
I thought that wasn't even a thing because I'm pretty sure I fucking was banging my face on the keyboard going like,
Yeah,
why did
it
they make
sucks.
this so fucking hard? Okay, I will try that tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so will I.
At Bethesda, all the other bad shit we said, it's still true. Call Steven. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
you can
as
thank
someone that
Fred
didn't hear you
Chat for
talk
that
about it
already.
though, and I haven't played it, no spoilers, but I'm seeing some people say they don't enjoy it, but it's still a good game, right? Like
Yeah, I still enjoy it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's,
Oh,
It seems really solid.
It's exactly the
finding-
atmosphere I want.
I'm finding it a little weird because, and I guess this is what happens when you make as so many games, but like, it doesn't feel as like Fallout-y as New Vegas did. It feels more like 3, and then it feels like the team took, and that's okay. But my Fallout for me is like Fallout 2. That's kind of the core. Like, it's a little sillier and like a little more satirical. This one feels a little more like somber, and it might be that there's fucking fog everywhere all the time, but it doesn't feel quite as like as sort of like the way that Fallout 2 and New Vegas were, which is cool if you like the kind of more serious Fallout.
I have a question. Do you know how long you were out or in the vault before both of those games?
What do you mean?
Do you remember? Right? Because it's like, sorry,
This-
it's like,
I think-
you know,
You mean like
I
how
think-
long it takes you to get
It's
out?
like a Matrix question,
Yeah.
guys.
yeah, like
How long
in
until you're
Fallout
unplugged?
2, how long were you in the vault and Fallout New
Well,
Vegas?
in Fallout
how
2,
long?
you're
you're in the
never
town.
in the vault. You're a
you're
But
tribal.
in Fallout
Right.
1,
He was
it's a
testing
good...
you, motherfucker. It's a trick question, all right?
I'm
Deal
not.
with it.
I'm not. It wasn't. It was wrong. And then
In Fallout
New
1,
Vegas?
it's like a good 45 minutes.
No,
New Vegas, you're not a vault dweller either, right?
God damn it! What I'm trying to ask is like, in this. Sorry, you're gonna get it, but in this one, you're in, you're out. It's been 300 years.
Yeah.
I'm asking in the other ones by context.
Oh, they all start kind of like modern day. They start in context, right? You're not like, you don't spend any time in the vault. It's like you're the wasteland, the lone wanderer or whatever. In the first one, you come out of a vault. The second one, you're a tribal dude who's like a descendant of the character from the first one. 3, there's some vault time, which is maybe why the beginning of this game feels like that too. And then New Vegas, you're just a guy like out in the
Okay, that's
the
that's
wilderness.
okay. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. 200. Okay, great. I got it. Thank you, everyone.
yeah.
Oh, 200. My bad.
Did it as a
Whatever.
team.
I think it's
Whatever.
210
It was
is what
that was like the
Cotsworth
anti-spoiler. All you assholes in chat who are correcting me. See, like someone was like, "Oh, that 300. That's a long time," but then like, "Oh, 200. That's better."
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to chat on Monday about this because, well, hopefully my mic sounds better. But
It does.
there's a show that I think all of you would really enjoy, and when I
America's Next
came,
Top Model.
it's not America's Next Top Model,
a
but
good show, you
Tyra
should
Banks,
watch
I
it.
love you
Yeah. Big up
because I
T.
love it when you smile with
Banks.
your eyes, Jeff. It's
Smize? Yeah. right.
nice for sure. You and me, dude, we're on the same level. All right. Anyway, yeah, you knew. What's up?
Oh, God.
It's called Moonbeam City.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks cool. It's a cartoon.
No, Jeff. Yes,
Uh-oh.
it looks cool.
It is a cartoon.
It is. It's fucking hilarious.
That's a Comedy
It's-
Central show.
Fantastic. It is so. It almost is. It almost has a little bit of like. It's you fuck it.
Do you
just watch it.
think
Please
you
watch
like it though because
great.
the era that it takes part in is when you were in college? Do you think that's why you like it?
I
so much?
like it because the 80s. Yeah, fucking moron.
God, you're
Well,
It was way
you're
out of college in
super
the
serious
80s.
mode right
Jesus.
now.
So hold on. So this show is
Because
set
I'm passionate
in the,
about the show. It's fucking amazing.
the show
Dude,
is
just-
set in 1750s America.
Yeah. But a different
Massachusetts.
alternate time.
When a young djWHEAT
It's
was embarking on his
fantastic.
first professional steps.
It's
It's when he used to
fantastic.
stand on the street corner yelling about ye old video games.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? You know
That
what?
was
I
Wheat's
should
first
go.
foray into streaming
I should
back in
go.
1750s.
You
America.
there, child? Have you played the video games?
I don't have
Come over
it.
here. I will tell of you my opinion.
Have you played a spasmodic not farseeing?
I'm sorry. Weed.
I should.
Sorry.
I mean, you don't have to apologize. You know, I was. I've been firing through the Naruto volumes,
Doritos.
and there was a series of panels in which Jiraiya was talking about what was happening with Naruto, and in it, all of his students are actually making fun of him for being old, and he had like the best speech about it that I actually screenshotted the page, and I'm just gonna post and put all you guys on Twitter and be like,
you forgot where it
fucking Pervy Sage Jiraiya says this about growing old.
If only I could find that darn article that I copy-pasted somewhere in my computer program.
See, listen, someday, 30 or 40 years from now, when I'm Wheat's age, I'm really going to sympathize with what he's saying.
There you go.
Hang on, you rapscallions, when I find this article.
I'm the wise one, and you guys are all fucking idiots. And then you're gonna be like, "Oh man, dude."
The thing is, this kind of thing is funny because it's so subjective. Like, there's you always get to be one of the people in that situation where you're either like, you're so old," and then you're like some fucking 16-year-old on your stream is like, "I wasn't even born when you were in university." And you're like,
you gotta understand. For me, it's even more confusing because I come on here and Jeff's all like, "You're so fucking old, Wheat," and then I like get done with the stream and my wife is like, "God, you're such a child," and I'm like,
"Oh man, you just can't win."
Man, am I a fucking? What am I?
You just can't win.
An old man child. I'm like evolved.
You live in the life you want, man. That's what it's about.
My wife doesn't say that about me, but she does have 2 kids and one of
them. Mini does.
Yeah.
Mini and large Wheat.
So
there you go.
Yep, exactly.
All right, I'll check out Moonbeam City. And report to you. Probably watch that on the flight or on a flight upcoming. Anyways, Steven, what have you been up to? We haven't seen you for 2 weeks or so.
Oh man, what? Like I think 2 weekends ago or something like that. We had our first beta weekend for Roller Coaster Tycoon World.
That's right. Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was a fruitful beta weekend in terms of the feedback we received.
You heard it here first,
really
Reddit.
Good. I actually streamed for a couple hours and got like 800 people watching me. And there were like a bunch of people who were fans of other coaster builder games. And they were like, "You can't build this in your game." I'm like, "What? Yes, you can." And they were like, "No, you can't. Why are you ignoring us? Devs ignore us." And I'm like, No, hang on. What do you want me to build? And they were like,
shit is the best when people tell you what you can and can't do with the game you designed.
And they were like, "Build this coaster from real life." I'm like, "Okay." And I built it. And they were like, "Oh, that actually looks pretty good." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, so you couldn't figure out how to do what I just did. That's a problem."
Wait. Do these people exist on the internet where they go around from roller coaster stream to roller coaster stream and challenge the people on what to make?
Yeah.
So
just like there's guys on the internet that spend $2,000 on fucking giant Warhammer figures that can't be used in tournaments.
Not the same.
Got him.
Jeff, just look over. The Titan's looking at you right now, man. Just connect eyes with them.
No, I love you for it.
He can't hear you right now.
What's it doing in the kitchen? Are you feeding him a steak?
It watches me while I eat dinner. What's so weird about that?
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Sitting on the mantelpiece
Yeah,
next to his
no, you
bed
just have an extra chair there, and Anna's just like, "Jeff, we need to talk about." No, fuck you, Anna. He's staying at the dinner table.
Why are there only 3 plates at the table?
Eats the happiness tears that I produce.
Oh God.
So it went well.
Like, there's a bunch of other really intense coaster building simulations. Like there's one called No Limits, which is like it's almost a professional caliber as far as I know. I've never actually messed with it, but I've seen videos. It's like a professional caliber coaster designer. And like in this community, there are super hardcore people. Like I got a Twitch message from a guy who plays all these games, and he literally works as a roller coaster engineer. Awesome. And he's like, "Hey, you should consider this about your coasters." I was like, "Holy shit, thank you very much." So we got really great feedback, and it's awesome. And now we have the unenviable position of trying to make it all happen in as quickly as possible. But I'm having a good time.
Sweet, I'm excited. I want to play your game.
I was looking at Black Friday deals that just got posted for Best Buy. I don't know why I get so excited about this shit.
Did you see? I saw some company talking about just like canceling Black Friday this year and just being like,
yeah.
"Nope, we're not going to do it anymore."
Well,
Really?
like Cards Against Humanity for Black Friday, they doubled the price of their game,
Yeah, I
and they were
love it.
like, "Yeah, double the price, fuck you!" And like hundreds of people still bought it.
Yeah, they still
People
bought it,
weren't
of
like,
course.
Yeah, people weren't like, "I'm gonna wait until Saturday." They were like, "Oh, I just gotta get it today." And it's like it's twice as expensive. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
No, that's
But,
good.
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity is actually. Did you see outside of PAX Prime where they were selling popsicles,
popsicles?
that had
Yeah.
a Card Against Humanity inside of it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Max and his team are such a bunch of geniuses
Jeff,
about that stuff.
you're very confused by this process. They took a popsicle and then took a small foil wrapper and wrapped around a card and then put the
It was
popsicle
like a booster pack
around
from
that.
Magic. Like
Yeah,
that
it was a
size
booster
of a
pack.
thing.
So you eat the popsicle and then inside you open up the foil and then there's a booster pack for.
There were like
And-
all these
Humanity.
sticky foil wrappers all over.
Well,
And they
yeah.
were packed all weekend long. There was always a line of like 20
Of
people
course,
buying them.
because it only takes one guy or gal to eat one and then be like, dude, that guy totally ate this popsicle and there was a card inside.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
then they're like, oh, I got it. And they
Well, it's
tell their
brilliant.
friends and they
It's
tell
brilliant.
their friends.
So
And they
smart.
that's how
Typical-
STD spread.
in typical Cards Against Humanity nature too, the like flavors were all really funny. Like I think one of them was like mango fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They should have just made them all taste terrible. That would have been even better.
Yeah.
100%.
You can have your Cards Against Humanity if you eat the poopsicle.
Yeah.
honest
God.
honest discussion about Cards Against Humanity, a game that I really love, but I found that the more that you play it, the less.
Yeah. No, the
Well,
more
they
you
did-
know of the
they
cards,
run out
it's
of
like, I wish I had
jokes.
that card because it would work well with this.
Okay,
Like,
so I played it so much that I literally hate it and love it at the same time because there's two kinds of people who play Cards Against Humanity. There's the people that you can trust to actually play the game where they're like, okay, that is the closest to answering that card. And then there's the ones where it's just like, and when Jimmy, fuck Black Jesus. And everyone's like, ah! It says something funny. I vote that one. And then I'm like, that's not the game. You can just literally just throw the cards around.
Purist.
Ah,
You
Yeah,
can just
that's
hold cards.
yeah, I've never
like,
met a Cards
this
Against
one
Humanity
says
purist.
black
Purist.
penis, and this one says, die in diarrhea while a midget shits on your head, and it's like, oh, that's really funny. Let's
So,
just
Jeff-
vote that one.
I thought the point was to play to the person
play
who's
the person.
choosing.
Yeah, you play the person.
You're saying, okay, I know what Jeff is going to find funny, so I'm going to put these together.
Yes.
And then if it's Wheat, you're saying, okay, I know what Wheat's going to find
But
funny.
it
I'm going to put
still
something else
has
together.
to like be some semblance, at least on some level, of interacting with the original card. It has to. If it's just
Okay,
like,
yeah. I get
if
that.
it's
I
just
agree.
like
Yeah.
blank eats blank, and that is a problem, and someone just puts like poop poop penis, it's like poop eats poop, and it's penis, and they're just like ha 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 ha, and you're like, I hate that. I really do.
So this is
Dude,
actually...
Jeff, Have
This-
you played? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is actually my problem with Cards Against Humanity. I enjoy it. I've played it. A handful of times, but there comes a certain point where I'm like, okay, this is all just like the most offensive possible stuff that we can possibly pull out, and I'm just not digging it 100% after seeing it like 5 times.
So
Honestly, it's the dry jokes that I find the funniest. The ones that are like the least offensive. Like someone once played, it was like nachos just aren't the same without blank, and it was or blank is not the same without blank, and it was like nachos are just not the same without hot cheese. And I was like, yep.
Yeah, no, that
It's-
would have won. That should win.
It's funny
Totally.
because it's true.
That's funny. That should win.
You
I agree.
guys,
Yeah.
playing Cards Against Humanity on hard mode is playing with your motherfucking mom, which I did one time
That
exactly.
sounds
that.
pretty not fun.
Correct.
Never
She's
do it
gonna
again.
ruin you.
So
No.
wait, let me understand
With my mom.
that's sentiment there. So is your mom having sex with like other people's moms or like herself? I've never heard that phrase used before.
What
It's
phrase?
distressing. You're playing a game with your motherfucking mom. So who's there's a lot of
Oh,
complicated
get it?
stuff going on. which
Oh
I
no
don't
no! I
understand.
forgot they don't have expletives up in Canada yet. Adam, this is it's a term
Right.
just in bold.
Oh, it's
statement.
just for emphasis. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So if you get a chance, Jeff especially, you would really like Super Fight.
I've heard of that. I've never
Maybe
played it.
I've told you about it, but it's just Jeff, you'd like it because, and I like it because it's a game of arguments.
Are
Where
you just trying to convince people?
why, but like why your, why your fighter will be another fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we played that. That game's awesome.
Yeah,
Game's awesome.
it's a lot of fun.
You pair a fighter with like a weapon, and then you have to like argue which one would win.
Right, and then the judge can like throw down
Yeah.
like different shit that can happen in the fight.
Yeah, it's like a cat with a chainsaw versus like an army of tiny maids.
Yeah.
And then you have to argue about, okay, yeah.
I
Right.
can't remember. We had a really, I mean, all these games. There's awesome combos. It's really fun. It's a great
That's
party.
good.
There you go. Adam, what about you? Anything happened since Monday?
Played some Fallout. We already talked about that. I got to play some Overwatch yesterday. Try out the new characters. That new level's pretty cool. The Hollywood level. I like it.
I still haven't played it yet.
I played
Let
a
me
bunch
just
of
start up my BattleNet.
I played a bunch of Diva, who I really like. Like, I'm really enjoying the like support and defense characters in that game a lot. Like, I mostly play either healers or the like shield dudes, and I like Diva quite a bit. The ice. I don't know if you've played it. Like May does this like ice wall that totally fucks with the Temple of Anubis. Like, totally fucks it up.
Yeah, you could just block that
map
entire
was
door.
Already shit.
I've seen it used defensively, like where she'll, like, if you're on the team, you just put up the wall
She
in
can
the main
split the
entrance,
team,
and then no
yeah,
one can
yeah,
get
yeah.
in. But I've also seen it used really well offensively when she runs in and throws the wall up so that people respawning can't come in and they cap the point. It's interesting.
Ooh, that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I played it yesterday and somebody
That's
playing
powerful.
kept doing that, and it was heavy. It was really cool. And then you had to switch to characters that could like jump the wall or had like alternate ways of getting around, so you could stop that cap. It's pretty cool.
Imagine several ones and they just block off all the.
Yeah.
Right?
Eternally. You just block it off eternally.
Well, yeah, and with like
We
cooldown
did
and
that.
like how long that wall lasts, yeah, with a couple of maze,
Exactly.
you could very easily
It's-
just be like, nope,
it's-
nope, and then you have to run under or like have a teleporter to get in.
Well,
Yeah.
it lasts 5 seconds and your cooldown's 10. So with 2 people, you can just
Keep it up
keep-
permanently.
you can,
dropping
it can be
them.
shot down, but it's
Yeah.
That's good.
I foresee it getting a nerf, but it is really cool seeing how the new characters interact with the existing map structures. I thought that was cool because it made Anubis like fun and different rather than just like have fun losing.
nah. That fucking map is garbage.
It's still bad. Like, I still agree. I agree that it's still not a good map, but it was interesting that it was fun to play. It came up and I was like, ah, god damn it, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
and fuck Kenji.
I did play Soma finally after the last like mission for Swan Song, and I finally understand why everyone thought that I was ripping that game off. Because
yeah.
while I was playing it, I was like, wow, this is like eerily similar to what we're doing in Swan Song, and I had never played it before, and now I get why. But
I
that was
read
cool.
a Kotaku article, maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was on the plane or something, that I knew it was going to spoil all of Soma for me. I had all of Soma spoiled for me, and I'm like, I probably should have played that game. That sounds pretty cool.
It was cool.
So